But the government knows the tuition is not the only expense you're gonna have. Something else you need to be mindful of is that you're not transferring, removing, and adding money back and forth in the 6 months before your application, because that looks like a red. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Boma and I'm an award-winning entrepreneur, community leader, and this channel is dedicated to helping you succeed as an immigrant in Canada. If you've watched my channel before, you know that this backdrop is not the usual backdrop, and that's because I'm currently in a hotel room because I will be joining a virtual gala organized by L'Oreal Paris. I was nominated for a L'Oreal Paris Women of Worth Award for my community service and community work, so that's gonna be happening later, so in case you're curious. Anyways, that's besides the point. Today's video is all about student visas and what to do if your student visa was denied. So if you're planning to apply for school and you're not too sure what that looks like in terms of student visas, this is a video for you. But before we get started, don't forget to do what? Like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel because I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. So let's get me to 1,000 and then 2,000 subscribers. Alrighty, thanks for doing that, and let's get started. I have my phone here because I'm going to read this question, and it says, I applied for a student visa twice and got rejected because I'm not financially stable. And now it says that I'm refusing your application on the following grounds. I'm not satisfied that you will leave Canada at the end of your stay as stipulated in subsection 2161 of the IRPR based on your personal assets and financial status. The person says, I don't know what to do and what not, or what to show. I'm doing software development and I'm also accepted by the university as well. Please help me. This question is actually very interesting because they actually provided the reason why they denied your visa. I often hear from people whose visas were denied and they just don't give you any reason. It's just like, sorry, try again later, So this time they've clearly told you that they have concerns about your assets and financial status. And because of that, you may not want to come back to your home country because they're essentially calling you broke. Hello. So essentially what you need to do is don't keep reapplying, because if your situation hasn't changed and you keep reapplying, you're just gonna keep being told no. So don't reapply anymore until you fix your situation. So how do you fix your situation? The important thing to know is that if your program is 2 years and costs a total of $60,000, you essentially need to show that you have $60,000 in your bank account ready to go. People often think that if your program is 2 years, but your tuition is $18,000, you only need to show $18,000 in the account. But the government basically knows that tuition is not the only expense you're gonna have. You're gonna have food, you're gonna have rent, you're gonna have transportation, you're gonna have books. There's a lot of expenses. So essentially you need to make sure that you show all those expenses in your bank account, and you show that you have ties to your country of origin. Even if you're not planning to go back to your country, you need to show that I have a family, I have a brother, I have lots of things that makes me know that I'm going to come back to my country when I'm done with school. But the government has told you that you don't have enough money, so you can't really grow money from trees. So where are you supposed to get this money from to show the government so you can get this visa? Sometimes students get loans. I know it sucks to say this because who wants to go into debt and get a loan to go to university, but oftentimes many international students, their parents make that sacrifice. So you may have to get a loan just to go into your bank account so you can show that in your next visa application. Something else you need to be mindful of is that you're not transferring, adding, removing, money into your bank account that you submit to the embassy, because that looks like a red flag. I know people often will do that. Your uncle sends you money, your brother sends you money, your sister sends you money, the bank, gives you a loan, and then it's just like transactions here and there, and the transactions are being removed mysteriously. I'm not even a freaking visa officer, and to me that's a red flag. So for the visa officers, that will look hella shady, so you do not want to do that at all. Also note that you want to have more than the required amount. So if for 2 years of studies you need 60,000, you need to make sure you have like 65,000, 70,000. You need to have some sort of cushion. Don't show up with exactly $59,999 in your bank account. That's not going to be good enough, because logic shows that unexpected expenses will come up. You're a new person in a new country, things will come up that you didn't anticipate. So you need to make sure that you have more than the required amount in order to convince a visa officer that you can afford to attend school. We know that when you're in school, you're gonna have a part-time job and you're gonna be able to contribute to your upkeep. But the idea when you go to the visa office is that your money in your bank account is the only thing that you'll be relying on, and that's all you're showing them when you show up for your appointment. So you need to make sure you have more than the required amount suggested by your school in your bank account before you go for your next appointment. So in summary, number one, do not apply until you've got your stuff figured out in terms of your money situation. Number two, you clearly need more money to convince the visa office, so get a loan, get family members to help out, do what you need to do. And number three, make sure that you have more than the required amount. So at minimum, for a 2-year program, you need to show that you have 2 years worth in your bank account to cover your tuition, your food, your living expenses, all of that stuff, and an additional cushion as well. So, if you're going to be in a very expensive city, that cushion will need to be, a bit higher than if you're going to be in some tiny town. Alrighty, I hope that was helpful to you. If you're curious about student visas, let me know in the comments below how your student visa experience was. And if you have any advice for this person, please write that in the comments as well. Also, don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck in your immigration journey, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.